What do you have, Connor?
Yeah, rap sheet. Is there any word from the Chiefs as to what they're expecting with Frank Clark? And also, will they jump back into free agency to try and replace him if they do end up losing him for the season?
I mean, first of all, with Frank Clark, edge rush, they have had Melvin Ingram in for a visit. It was about a month or so ago. So usually when you have a veteran like that who wants, real money in for a visit and you don't sign, that's a guy you revisit kind of before camp. If Frank Clark is off the field for dealing with far, far more serious issues like 2 gun charges, including having an Uzi in his gym bag.
In California.
Right. And I haven't done all of the work, but it doesn't sound like there's a lot of wiggle room when it comes to the gun laws there.
That's like Plex, right? That's like Plexico whenever he shot himself. He shot himself. He was the victim of his own gunshot, and they're like, oh, that means you have a gun on you. Bang, you're going to jail. I mean, there's some serious law. It's New York, obviously. California's different. But there are some serious gun laws in those states, right?
Yeah. And, it's not like they care whether or not Frank Clark can rush the passer or not.
Which he can.
Oh, yeah.
Which he can.
The law is a law. So I'm curious to see how quickly that goes. I mean, the charge is extremely serious. I don't know enough about what options he might have to avoid jail time, but I do know that, obviously this is something the NFL is looking at very seriously. And, we'll see about his availability for the start of the season and beyond. At this point, there's way more uncertainty than there is certainty for Frank Clark and for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Off the field wise with Frank Clark, and I said this whenever we found out about the Uzi incident, why does he feel like he has to have that is a number one question I think we should have as hey, why are 2 different gun charges in a couple months period, and he was strapped. Why? Who? How's this going? That doesn't sound good, though, for Chiefs or Frank Clark. T's and P's, we hope everything ends up all right and nobody ends up hurt. What do you have, Ty?
Ian, for a while there, I think the Packers were talking about making Davante Adams the highest paid wide receiver and talking about doing a deal with him. Him re-signing, do you think that's entirely dependent on whether or not Rodgers comes back?
Yes. I would be, crazy things have happened, so I hate saying it like this, but I would be really surprised if Davante Adams signs before Aaron Rodgers. I know he likes Green Bay. He's been pretty successful. He likes his quarterback, as I think everybody does. I know the Packers, Davante Adams is definitely someone the Packers would like to extend. I haven't heard any traction there as far as I haven't heard any progress about a new deal for Davante Adams, but I don't see him or maybe anyone. I don't see any Packers deal before Aaron Rodgers. It would make no sense. So if Rodgers does, in fact, get a new contract that kind of makes this situation salvageable and something they can deal with, then they look to their next, who would be Davante Adams, and go, all right, we got your quarterback. Now let's really talk, and we'll see if they can do it kind of before the start of the season. Although the Packers do deals at all times. They did Bakhtiari middle of the season last year, so if they don't get it done before the season, I'm sure they'll continue talking because he will be deserving of every penny that he gets.